What's up? All right, Knolly Williams here, and what I'm doing right now is I'm actually teaching a class in EXP World. This is really, really cool. You got to see this. Yeah, baby. And what I'm doing is I'm teaching this class um, here just in a minute. Right now, OpCity is doing a presentation, and then I get on and teach. But I just want to show you kind of behind the scenes how we operate. So I can see that there's 80 people in the room right now. Um, I love to teach, train, coach, and I love traveling and teaching and doing it that way too. But one of the cool things about EXP is I'm able to teach a class from anywhere in the world, like I'm doing right now. I'm teaching to our Arizona State group, and we have 80 people in the room right now, okay? And I don't have to leave where I'm at. Now, today I'm in a hotel, if you couldn't tell. I'm in Harlingen, Texas, visiting. So I'm about to teach this class. I'm going to teach some of the things that you should be doing right now to get more business. Um, but I just think it's fascinating. You know, um, I got my breakfast out, so I'm eating my breakfast here, and then got my coconut water, papaya, banana, and then like I said, there's 80 people in the room right now, 81, and Uncle Nolly is about to go on and rock the house, baby. I'm gonna bring our agents the content that they need to succeed at a high level. So with that, I'm just gonna kind of get prepped, let you in behind the scenes of how I do it. Now I do travel too with a microphone, and then I've got lighting, and I have a different webcam up here that I like to use, travel with. So let's just hang out together. I'm gonna let OpCity finish their presentation, and then I'm gonna jump on for about 30 minutes. So what you get to do is actually just be here with me behind the scenes, and just hang out. So it's gonna be cool. Now, God willing, we won't have a train wreck. I've already gotten uh, kicked out of EXP World a couple times this morning. Why? Because um, I'm on a hotel Wi-Fi. So I'm just going to see how this goes. And if it goes great, it's going to be great. If it doesn't, then what's going to happen is I'm going to have to reboot EXP World. And I had to do it already twice. So it can be a little quirky if when you're traveling. So, or if you're not on a real stable connection, especially when you're presenting. I'm going to try, if I can, to open up my webcam so that they can see me. So we'll see how that goes. This is cutting edge. This is cutting edge technology. So we're constantly improving it, constantly improving it. So just hang out with me. We're gonna have fun. What I'm going to be teaching today is 5 strategies, 5 things that you should be doing right now to generate more business. I think it will transcend to any market. We'll see. You see, there's your boy. We came down with Josie's sister and her husband, and Josie's down at their room, which is like right down the hall here, and she'll probably be coming in here any minute now. But this is how I do it. Today I'm actually working. I'm doing several presentations. I just got off a presentation with a guy that is thinking about joining our organization here at EXP. So I did a Q&A with him. Now I'm going to do this class. I've got a one-on-one coaching appointment after that. And then Joe Polish has a book club that I signed up for. That's for 2 hours today. I'm going to hang out on that. So you guys know I like to do 3 hours a day. Today I'm going to probably work 4.5 hours. But tomorrow I'm going to work 1 hour. And the following day I'll probably work 1 hour. It's not all or nothing. Remember that. By the way, the cool thing about 3 hours a day is that the core concept is that you're spending 3 hours on the things that move the needle the most in your business. Okay, which is lead generation. If you need money, okay, if you need more money right now, it's going to be lead generation and appointments. Going on, generating your leads for 2 hours, having 1 hour to go on appointments. Okay, if you only have a time problem, you've got all the money you need, but your time is strained. Okay, then you're going to spend time branding yourself. Doing podcasts, doing YouTube videos like I'm doing right now, and anything you can do to brand yourself as a brand ambassador. Okay, you're going to be doing that, and you're going to be doing leadership. That means leading your team. I've got a phenomenal leadership team that I'm going to be introducing you guys to over the coming months. They are just incredible. The leadership team here is phenomenal here at Mentorship Masters. So with that, I'm gonna kind of prep up a little bit for this class here. Let me see what we got. Let me just make sure that the host doesn't have any questions for me. We've got like a little private chat going here. Nope, looking all good there. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling up my presentation, as you can see here. Got it ready to go. And what I can do is I can copy the URL for this presentation and I can paste it into the world, and that puts the presentation on our main screen. So that's kind of cool. All right, let's see. Let me jump into this.
Wish you a great rest of your day and the best of luck, and always stay safe and healthy out there. Thanks, guys. Okay, I'm done, guys.
Kathy, you here? Thank you. Michael?
I am here, just having a little bit of a sound issue.
Okay.
Carrie, do you want to introduce Knolly?
Yes, I do.
Awesome.
Thank you,
All right. Thank you, Michael.
Yes, you're all very welcome. Have a wonderful day.
You as well.
Thank you.
All right, Knolly Williams, are you in the house?
I am in the house. Can you hear me okay?
I can.
All right.
Okay, there you are. Come on up, and I will introduce you.
Oh, I got to go up to the stage. What's up? All right. Yeah. Boom. Here I am. All right.
Yeah, a little bit of technical difficulties, but here you are. We are so fortunate to have you. Thank you so much for offering to come and share your knowledge. Tell you a little bit about Knolly. He is AKA known as the Business Healer. He's a best-selling author, an international speaker, and thought leader who runs 3 separate and distinct six-figure businesses while working just 3 hours a day. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. And he teaches thousands of entrepreneurs and business leaders how to duplicate that success. I know I want to learn more. An entrepreneur for more than 40 years, Knolly has built multiple 6- and 7-figure businesses from scratch. He built a 6-figure record label in his 20s In his 30s, he became one of the America's top real estate brokers, selling more than 1,000 homes as a solo agent during his first 10 years in real estate. That is incredible. In his 40s, he was he was on the seminar circuit speaking in more than 100 cities. Today, Knolly inspires tens of thousands through his YouTube channel, Knolly Coaching Club, and his 3 hours a day, 6-week boot camp. Knolly empowers business leaders and entrepreneurs to spark growth in their businesses by reconnecting to their passion and internal drives. His business healing method teaches you to systemize, organize, automate, and delegate your business in order to create freedom in your finances, time, and location.
Turn my mic off. They're doing the introduction
Take it away,
now.
Knolly. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, Carrie. I appreciate you, and I really appreciate you for inviting me here. This is going to be fun. It's going to now. I have my slides up, but they on the right? Are they on the correct screen, Carrie?
They are in the middle screen.
What? Come on. Okay, here's what I'll do.
I think they're on the right-hand screen.
Are they?
Right?
Yep.
Where it says how to get more listings in the market of the moment. You see that?
I see the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it. You're good.
Okay, cool. Now, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to share my webcam, if that's okay with you guys. Let me see. Let's see if this works. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Whoa! What in the world? Hey.
Hi.
And we'll try this for a little while, Carrie, because actually, what happened here? I'm at a hotel today. Okay, so I'm traveling, and I think what I'll probably do is turn it off. Am I not moving with the? Am I not moving to the music? Is it kind of choppy?
A little delayed.
Okay. So I just wanted to let you guys see me, see my little setup, what I got going on here, and then I'll turn this off. We'll do it without. I like to show myself if I can, but we are actually traveling. My wife and I have been gone from our home for a couple of weeks already. Okay, and we went to Cabo. We were in Cabo last week with Brent Gove and a bunch of other cool people, having lots of fun there. And this week we're in South Texas, visiting family. This is the cool thing about EXP. I mean, this is absolutely phenomenal. It used to be when I was on the seminar circuit, I used to have to travel all around the place. Okay, and now with the power of EXP World, boom, I'm right here. I'm right here with you. Even though I'm not technically in Arizona, all right? But I love Arizona. I will be in Arizona in 2 weeks. By the way, I'll be in the Phoenix area. And then a month after that, I'll be there again. So let me talk to you. What I want to talk to you about today is listings. How many, by show of hands, how many would like more listings? Let me see a show of hands. And let me see if I could see. Okay, I see okay, all right, yeah, I see some hands. All right, I see some hands going up. Yes, we want more listings. And here's what I want you to remember. She who has the listings controls the market. If you have the listings, you control the market. Now, what I've found, I've done a lot of research on this, and what I've found is there is typically, let me just ask you the question. I'm not even going to tell you my findings. If you haven't been focusing on listings, throw it in the chat. Why not? What's holding you back from focusing on having a successful listing career? What's holding you back? Just throw it there in the chat. Be honest. Be honest with Uncle Knolly. There's no, this is us, right? This is just us hanging out together, okay? All right, so I see, you know what, I'm gonna have to put on my glasses so I can see this. So one says need leads, fear of it not selling. Okay, that's Calera Brooks says, I got a fear that it might not sell. Anybody else? Time management. Okay, that's good. Fred says time management. Why have you not focused your career on listings? I got to tell you, we all tell you this when you're getting into the real estate business, whether you're new to the business, you've been in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years like I have. We all tell you listings is the name of the game, but so few agents go after it. And I want to know why. Throw it in the chat. Let me see. I like helping buyers. Ooh, I love that one. Um, Trying to make listings number one, just taking the time. Okay, so let's talk about this whole idea of loving to help buyers. Okay, so Regina, I'm gonna start with Regina first. And this is the reason why a lot of times I don't like to use slides because I never know where the Holy Spirit will take these meetings, right? So, but I want to address, Regina made a very good point. She says, I really like helping buyers. I like that. What I'm going to submit to you, Regina, is that there is something about working with buyers that feels an emotional need for you. Let me say it again. There's something about the process of helping a buyer that is fulfilling an emotional need within you. Now, if you can transfer that emotional need to sellers, guess what? You can have a rockin' business and you can work a third as much time. Let me say it again. You can actually work 3 times as many listings as you can buyers in the same amount of time. Okay? Because listings are a highly leveraged activity. Those of us that do a lot of listings understand this, and I want you to understand this, that yes, you like working with buyers, but it's not that you like working with buyers, it's that there is something about the process of working with a buyer that fulfills an emotional need. Okay? And I know this because whenever I test out uh, on the disc, many of you have done a personality profile. Hopefully you have. I'm high on the I, and then I'm high on the SC scale. So when you look at what I'm supposed to be as a realtor, I am supposed to be a buyer specialist. That's what I test out for. Yet when I got into the listing game, I took 21 listings my first 74 days in the business. And I went on to take over 1,000 listings during my first 10 years in the business. And I will tell you that even though I love working with buyers, I've come to understand what it is about working with buyers that I like, and I've been able to transfer that to a thriving listing practice while working a third of the time. Okay, so if you can do 10 buyers this year or 20 buyers, you can do 60 listings in the same amount of time. That's scientifically proven. Okay, so that's what I want you to understand, and get on that and get on the bandwagon. So what I want to talk about specifically, and the content here that I'm sharing comes out of a body of content that's a few hours long. We don't have that much time today, but we're going to have plenty of time. Okay, Carrie's given me plenty of time to share with you the information that you're going to need just from what we're doing here. So if I can figure out how to advance my slides, let me see. Oh, I think I know. Let me see. There we go. So I want to talk about 5 actions to take right now to upgrade your success with listings. The first thing that you want to do is you have to shift your mindset. Okay? So this idea, the reason why you're not working with more sellers, I'm just going to tell you because I've coached tens of thousands of real estate agents. And, I was at REMAX for 5 years, became one of the top 10 REMAX agents in the state of Texas. That's when I got a phone call from Gary Keller's office, says, Gary wants to meet with you. At that time, I was living in Austin, Texas. I was the #1 producing real estate agent in Austin. According to the Austin Business Journal, there were 9,800 agents in town. And my production ranked #1, okay? I sold over 100 listings that year as a solo agent. Okay, let me say it again. I did over 100 deals as a solo agent, and I did not kill myself. Here's a couple things I didn't do. I never worked nights and weekends. Okay, I never worked a Friday, never worked a Saturday, never worked a Sunday. I worked Monday through Thursday. Okay, I worked a few hours a day. All right, I took 4 to 5 vacations a year. All right, and I was completely debt free. Now, if that's the kind of lifestyle that you want, okay, if that's the kind of lifestyle that you want to live as an agent, then this training right now that I'm teaching you is for you. Regina says, I totally want that. I want that. I got to have it. All right. So Pamela says, sign me up. Yeah. And so the first thing you want to do is shift your mindset. Realize, now the reason why I got in this business and started with listings, my very first transaction was a listing. Okay. So when people tell you, I was just listening to Brent Gove, this past week, he was talking about it took him years and years and years to become a listing agent because he just was afraid. That's the only reason why we stop. We don't. It's the same reason why you're not doing more luxury. Fear. That's the only reason. You're just afraid. And if you will change your mindset and say, you know what, Uncle Knolly's telling me, I've read all the books, I've gone to the classes, they're all telling me that I should focus on working with sellers. So I'm going to shift my mindset today, and that's what I'm going to start doing. The first thing I did, I'm going to give you some mindset tricks. The first thing I did when I got in the real estate business was I got my business cards made, and I could have said, like, what's your title? I could have said realtor. I could have said home specialist, real estate consultant, whatever. Okay, you know what title I chose? From the very beginning, got my business cards printed, listing specialist. That's a mindset shift. Listing specialist. So here I was, brand new in real estate, never worked with a buyer, never worked with a seller. And on my business card, it said listing specialist because I read all the books, just like you read them. And it told me that you should focus on listings. So I said, okay, well, that's what the books say. That's what I'm going to do. I didn't have an opinion on it. I just did what the book said, right, that I read. And so from the very beginning, I adopted this idea that I was going to work with listings. My very first deal was a listing, okay? And I got the listing. And from there, I went on to take listing after listing after listing. Now, in the very beginning, they were really tiny. I mean, I've listed homes for $40,000. I don't know if you ever have. But back in the day, I listed homes for $39,000, $40,000. I was right here where I am today in Harlingen, Texas. That's where I started my career selling homes. And my very first deal was a listing. So it just takes a shift of mindset. See, your brain has neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity. And what that means is your brain has the ability to change and rewire itself. Okay. And so you just have to make up your mind and say, you know what? I'm going to focus on listings because I guarantee you, if you want the lifestyle that I just talked about, okay, I never worked a weekend, never worked Fridays. Now, I might have worked a Saturday here and there, okay? I won't say I never did, but 90%, 95% of the time, I didn't work. See, when you're on the listing side, you work regular out, like more of a regular schedule. When you're on the buyer side, that's nights and weekends, okay? So a lot of you said you want this lifestyle. You've got to shift the way you think. Now, the second thing you got to do is you got to do the two. Okay, write this down. You have to do the two. I'm giving you 5 tips that you want to start implementing today to get more listings. What does that mean? That means that you're lead generating and doing appointments every single day, and you're spending 2 hours a day on lead generation. Now, you've heard this before. It's old. It's dried out. It's stale. But I got to tell you again, Uncle Knolly has to tell you, 9 o'clock to 11, you're generating leads. Okay? You're generating leads from 9 o'clock to 11 every single day, Monday through Thursday, 4 days a week. It's called a 2x4. Okay? 2 hours a day, 4 days a week. I have to have you generating those leads. And by the way, when you're talking about listings, people ask me all the time, man, where all these listings come from? Well, it's very simple. When you're talking about the listing game, there's only 3 buckets that you have to worry about. Okay, only 3 buckets. Write it down. Number 1, your sphere of influence, SOI, your sphere of influence. Number 2 is going to be your geographic farm that you choose to dominate. And number 3 is going to be your niche. Now, I teach you your niche, N-I-C-H-E, niche. Got a niche to get rich. Now, what I teach you is how to do all of this for free. You should not have to spend money, okay, generating leads. Now, if you want to spend money doing that, that's great. Okay, that's going to augment what you're doing. But what I teach is some what I call no to low cost strategies for generating business. Low to no cost. A lot of the agents in my group, when they started going into their 2 hours every day, they were like, "Man, what do I do? I'm here in." I call it the lead generation bunker. You have your lead generation bunker. You go in there every day without fail, and you don't get to come out until you until you've done your 2. Well, you can have a bio break. I let you one. Okay, I'm not that militant. Once an hour, Uncle Nolly will allow you to take a bathroom break. 5 minutes. That's it. Get back to your desk and perform. Right. It's quite interesting that when we talk about this mindset thing, it's quite interesting that most of you, I'm talking to you right now, you probably would work harder and better for me than you will for yourself. Let me say it again. You probably would work harder and better for someone else than you will for your own family. What do I mean by that? I'm not being hard on you. I love you. I want you to succeed. What I mean by that is, if I was to sit you down and say, hey, I'm going to take you to the school of the Knolly school, and I want you on those phones. And I was literally, if I hired you, I paid you. Let's say I hired you and I paid you $20,000 a month to work for me. 20,000 a month. Do you think that you would be sitting down every day at 9 to 11? You're on my payroll. I'm paying you 20 grand a month from 9 o'clock to 11 every day. I'm telling you, this is what I want you to do as I'm your employer, and I want you to be doing this. I'm paying you $5,000 a week. Would you be doing it? Of course you would. But when you're your own boss, uh-oh, wait a minute. Now you're your own boss, and I got to tell you, some of you, maybe I'm not speaking to you, but some of you make a terrible boss. You'll work harder for someone else than you will for your family. And I'm here to tell you, Uncle Nolly, hey, I'm not sugarcoating it. Agents are in trouble right now. I just heard a stat that 1 in 3 agents, listen to me now, 1 in 3 agents will be out of the business in 12 months. I'm not going to let that happen. Not on my watch. Okay? That means there's 80 people, say there's 90 people in the room, 30 of you will no longer be in business. That should not happen. That's a travesty. And I'm here to prevent that. Okay? So I want you lead generating every single day. You work for you. Okay? You, your own boss. Put on your boss's hat, your CEO hat, and be hard on yourself every day, 2 hours a day. And so my people were like, well, Nolly, I'm here, man. What do I do? And so I wrote a book. It's free. That's my favorite 4-letter word, by the way, free. It's called Triple My Listings, and it's 27 strategies to generate free seller leads. Free seller leads at triplemylistings.com, triplemylistings.com. You can go, you pay the shipping, boom, I've already printed the books, I'll send you a copy. So go to triplemylistings.com. You can get that. If you're stuck on what you should be doing during your 2 hours a day, that's what I highly recommend. So that's number 2. Do the 2. If you do, listen to me right now. If you will commit to do 2 hours of lead generation every single day, you will be one of the agents not only standing in the next 12 months, you'll be thriving, not surviving. Nolly, I just want to survive. No, 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 no. You will be thriving, I guarantee it, if you would do that every single day. There's not a single agent in our group. Now, by the way, in my group, I've got agents that are making 6 figures every quarter, okay, quarterly. I just published a list of about 30, 40 of them that every quarter they make over 100,000, every quarter, okay? And then there's some that are making 6 figures monthly. What did I just say? Yes, I have agents that are making over $1 million in GCI in commission every single year. Okay, they're making over $100,000 a month. Now you may not need that. Maybe your number's 8,000, 10,000, 12, 15,000. Doesn't matter. This is going to help you get there. Okay, do the 2. That's number 2. Number 3, you've got to focus on listings. Okay, I've heard every excuse in the book for you not to do what you know you should be doing. Okay, you're in the real estate game, and I'm here to tell you the game is listings. Let me say it again. The game is listings. Listing with an S on the end. That's the game. If you want to know what game you're in the listings game. I don't know any other way to say it. Okay. Well, I like working with buyers. I get that. But you probably also like feeding your family. And if you want to really live this life, okay, well, we just talked about, 4 to 5 vacations a year, being completely debt free, nights and weekends off, okay, that is the listing game. That's the listing game. And so you have to understand listings, and don't be afraid of it. It's actually easier than working buyers, a lot easier. Getting started is harder, okay? But the game is easier. All right. Now, most of us in the listing game don't want you to know that. We want you to think it's hard, so you stay out of our business. Don't be trying to go to my listings, getting my customers, my clients. But we don't want you to know the information because we want to keep you working the buyer side, But I'm telling you the reality, okay, of what's really happening. This is Uncle Knowledge just being real with you. Number 4, you've got to become famous. Okay. Yeah, I'm pausing right here because some of you are like, what's he talking about? Is this guy coming from a different planet or something? This is Arizona you're talking to. I know who I'm talking to. I got to tell you, you have to become famous. There is no, why are you choosing to become a secret agent? There's no glory in that. Do you think there's glory or merit in you keeping yourself a secret? No. You have to get out there and be known. People should know who you are. Okay? You should be known in your communities. You should be known in the areas that you serve. At least you should be known in your neighborhood or your subdivision or your part of town. Everybody should know who you are. Okay? Now that doesn't mean that you got to be all over, everywhere. You just have to be known in your area. Like people, when they come into your pocket of town, everybody knows your name. Okay, why is that important? It's important because the more well known you become, the easier your job becomes. Okay, when you start calling your sphere of influence, it's easier because they know who you are. When you start door knocking or whatever strategy you implement from the 27 that I teach, everything becomes easier and more fun. Okay, this is the affirmation that I learned from my coach, who learned from his coach Bob Stevens. I choose to make it fun and easy. I want you to write that down. I choose to make it fun and easy. That's your new affirmation. I choose to make it fun. Well, now it's hard, man. It's hard. Well, that's a choice. You chose hard. I choose to make it fun and easy. I'm having a lot of fun, okay? And you can too. So you have to become famous. People think that the idea of becoming famous means you have to be haughty, arrogant, proud, boastful. You're snooty with your head high in the air. That's not what I'm talking about. Jesus Christ is a very famous person, okay? And he didn't have to have those negative character traits, but everybody, everybody should know your name. That's what I'm trying to say. And number 5 is you have to lead generate. I was just talking to a guy today about this. He's a tennis coach, going to be joining us soon here at EXP. You have to lead generate according to your personality profile. Let me say it again. If lead generation sucks for you, it's not fun, it's not easy, you hate doing it, you don't like it, then probably you're doing it. By the way, this guy that I talked to earlier today, he's made 3,500. Listen to me. This is what he told me. He's made 3,500 cold calls as a real estate agent. All right. And he's been licensed since August of 2022. In less than a year, he's already made 3,500 cold calls with almost no results. Okay. Almost no results. And that's the reason why I teach you 27 strategies. I've never made a cold call in my career. Okay, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with making them. I have many agents in my organization that make cold calls. But according to my personality profile, that would be the work. I mean, that would be suicide for my business. I am not a cold caller. You don't put an SC on the phones to cold call. Okay, that's not me. I'm more like a scientist or an engineer is what I test out as. Okay. And so I've never made a cold call, and yet I sold over 1,000 homes my first 10 years in the business. What I'm telling you right now, you listening to me, the sound of my voice, I'm telling you that you can run this business according to the way you operate, according to your superpower, according to your genius. Okay? You just find out who you are. You take your DISC test. There's several of them. Write them down. The DISC test, DISC. The passion test is another great one. The purpose test is a really good one. And the genius test. Okay, there's a lot of them, all right? If you subscribe to my YouTube channel, which I highly recommend, I teach this stuff every day. I drop a YouTube video every day. How often? Every day. So if you want more of that Knolly stuff, the juice, it's on YouTube. It's free. You know, you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Knolly.tv, KNOLLY.tv, free. My favorite four-letter word. So don't get hung up on this. The point is that what I'm telling you is that the way you do business should be according to how you're wired. That's how you should show up on everything. And that's how your business is going to be fun and easy. Because when you're doing your business your way, it's going to be a lot of fun for you. Okay. Now, I've got a couple of things I want to share with you, some freebies. Before we, I might take a question or two before we jump off. But number one, subscribe to me on YouTube. I've got a lot of great content there where I'm helping you succeed. Knolly.tv just gave you that information. I want you to live your dream life now. Many of you said you wanted to have this. $250,000 a year, nights and weekends off, 4 to 5 vacations a year, being debt free, working 3 hours a day. Okay. I actually wrote a book recently, and I highly recommend you get your hands on this. It's called 3 Hours a Day. It's in pre-order status right now. Okay. If you're watching this later, it releases in July, but you can pre-order now, 3hoursaday.com. It's such a big idea that McGraw-Hill, the #1 educational publisher in America, picked up the book. Okay, and they're going to be published. They're publishing the book. It's going to be released later here in a few months. Of course, if you're watching this after July 2023, it's already out in bookstores everywhere. Go get it. But if not, you can go to 3hoursaday.com, pre-order, and I give you a bunch of goodies when you pre-order it. And I'm actually teaching you step by step this particular lifestyle. In closing, I'm just going to say Proverbs 10:22 says, "The blessing of the Lord brings wealth without painful toil for it." Okay? It also says that you can become rich without the sorrow added to it. And a lot of you, what I've seen is you're making money, you're doing it, but you're doing it the hard way. There's an easier way to do this, guys, and it's what I teach. There are 3 types of freedom that you absolutely want. Number 1, you want financial freedom, you want time freedom, and you want location freedom. Okay? Listings is the only game that I know that will give you all of that. As I've been traveling since I left the house, I listed a home. I closed another deal over $700,000, and I have not even been in the city where these listings are. Okay, I just happen to have a license there. This is you inside your business. You can see the screen. That's a guy inside of a maze, can hardly figure his way out of the maze. Maybe you feel like that right now. Man, I'm in a maze. I don't know my way out. And with this 3 hours a day process, I teach you to get above the maze, because anybody that's above the maze, you take a drone and you fly it above the maze, anybody can tell you how to navigate that maze as long as they're above the maze. And you can only do that when you get out of your business and start working on it instead of in it. And that's what I teach in 3 hours a day. So with that, again, your 3 hours a day, for now, you're not going to just go, hey, man, I'm just working 3 hours a day. No, you're still going to work your 8 to 10 hours a day, whatever you're working now. But 3 hours of that, I want you lead generating and going on appointments. 2 hours in the morning lead generation, 1 hour appointments. And whatever you do with the rest of your day, that's up to you. I'm not going to tell you what to do with the rest of your day. Okay. So there's the book, 3 hours a day. You get 5 bonuses worth $297 when you pre-order. And that's what I had for you. I hope this has been inspirational and helpful for you. Back to you, Carrie. Are you still in the room or are you gone? She's out of here. I don't even see her on the board here.
No, I'm still here.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. I know it was a lot of information all at once, guys, but I do unpack it on my YouTube channel and stuff like that. So thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time and for sharing your insights with us. Amazing.
All right. Well, with that, sorry to cut it off so abruptly, guys, but Uncle Knolly can go on for 2 hours, but we don't have that kind of time this morning. So I just know this: I love you, and I want to see you highly in production. If I'm ever at an event, you see me, stop me, give me a high five. I love taking selfies and doing all that. So with that, let's turn it back over to Carrie, and we'll close out. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We really appreciate the inspiration. Hope everybody has learned something. Where are you going to be in Phoenix? That's a question out there.
Yeah, so I'm actually there's a guy named Michael Burnoff. He wrote a book called Average Sucks, and he's got a class that he's teaching, and I'm going to be in Scottsdale area for let me see the dates here. It's going to be the 20th through the 23rd. So I'm actually attending a training. I'm not presenting. Half the time I'm a student, the other half I'm a teacher. So
That
that's
is
how I do it.
excellent.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
can always learn.
Yeah, always,
Love it.
always. Yeah.
Happy hour with no.
Let's do it.
That would be amazing. I'm in Tucson, so I don't know if I can escape, but I'm still with my boys have baseball for the next 2 weeks, so we're busy here. But that would be amazing if we could arrange that. So other brokers in Phoenix, maybe we can do something up there.
Love it.
Maybe
Love
I
it.
could get you to Tucson. That would be amazing.
Yeah, yeah. I love doing live stuff. That'd be. I mean, this is live, obviously, but I love doing stuff like that. I'd love to. And I appreciate you bringing me on. It's an honor.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I will be talking to you soon. I will reach out to you.
Sounds good. Sounds
All
good.
right. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Okay, everyone. God
Be in
bless.
touch.
Bye bye.
All right. Thank you. You too. Bye.
All right. So I just closed it out, and actually I need to run because I have a one-on-one coaching appointment with my man David Dutton. But I just want to show you kind of a little bit behind the scenes. I do this every day, not every day, but I do it a lot where I'm inspiring, teaching, training, coaching, helping agents succeed, helping entrepreneurs succeed. And this happened to be 80 people in a room, and I'm here, you know, on the other. Well, I'm not on the other side of the state. I'm in Texas, there in Phoenix, so it's not too far. But I didn't have to get on a plane. That's the way we do it. Anyway, I love you. Hope that was helpful. Hope you got something out of it. I know you did. And I'll see you on the next one. Later. Adios.